I am Skills on the Platform. What's up, YouTube? Back at you with another one. Real quick, this lesson today is going to be on repression. There are certain laws of repression that we must understand when it comes down to our day to day lives, when we're dealing with people, family, and friends. Okay? Now, the law, people are rarely who they seem to be. Lurking beneath their polite, affable exterior is inevitably a dark shadow side consisting of insecurities and aggressive, selfish impulses. They repress and carefully conceal from public view. Okay? Now, we got to understand, people, is this. Typically, for example, when one goes on a job interview, they're on their best behavior. Like, that's going to be their best side. You go on a job interview, you're trying to get that job, you're going to be on your best behavior. You're not playing around, you're trying to get this job. So you're going to give them the best side of you. Now, there is a side of you that you're not showing, right? When you're in that job interview, obviously, because you want to be on your best behavior to be able to get the job. So the law of repression is for you to understand is that you are repressing a side of you. Not everyone does this because some people are just, they're genuine. That's who they really are. But others have to repress who they really are for the sake of saving face, right? So, for example, Richard Nixon, right, was always had a positive image in the public view. Everything changed after the Watergate scandal, which revealed his hidden personalities. Right? Now, with the Watergate scandal, I'm not necessarily sure what happened with that. If you guys want to look it up on your own, personally, I just don't care about that, about whatever happened. But it's for you to understand is that obviously it was something going on with him behind the scenes. That's the whole purpose of this video, for you to understand people put on a certain face in the public view in a lot of cases, but in private and secret, they're doing something completely opposite. They're doing the complete opposite of what they're showing and portraying to be in the public view, right? So we tend to even see when, for example, even when you encounter, you'll say you met a man or you met a woman, right? 9 times out of 10, they're going to give you their best side. You just go on a date with somebody over the first time. You meet up with somebody for the first time, whatever, try to get to know someone. They're going to be on their best behavior for a good point in time in the beginning. But as time progresses, right, they start to get used to you. Even when in a job, people start to get more bold as they've been in a job for such a period of time. They start to get to know people. They know who's who, so they know they can act accordingly whenever certain people may not be around, or they can just act. They know they can act accordingly. When management is around, but when management not around, they're acting someone totally different, right? If they were to, somebody was to go and make a complaint or report about you, it's like the management wouldn't believe it because they're like, I've never seen that side of them, so they probably think you're not telling the truth. Even though you may be telling the truth because you realized and you saw who this person really was, they may not believe you because that's just what it is, because this person has put on an act, in a sense, right? They've repressed their true side, their true nature of who they really are, right? But here's the thing about the repression. You can only repress it for so long. This is not something that you can continuously do on a regular basis. At some point in time, it's going to slip. Typically, it slips around people that you've known for a long time. It's like when they, like for example, people may be around their family members and friends who've known them for many years. They can potentially bring out that true side of them, the side they've been repressing. But when they go around, like I said, in the public view or in front of employers or meeting someone for the first time, they act completely different. So you just need to be able to use discernment. You be able to use understanding to be able to get and recognize, I should say, the different personality traits, right? So even with think about Bill Clinton, right? With the Monica Lewinsky thing, you know what I'm saying? He was, he's a married man, but he's in the Oval Office, you know, doing something that he's not supposed to do with the secretary. You know what I mean? So, and this was something that was hidden at first, but then it eventually came out because she talked about it. So we got to understand is that not everybody is who they say they are. Time will reveal and tell who a person really is. Right? So, advice: be aware of your own dark side. Control and channel the creative energies that lurk in your unconscious. So, there are creative energies within all of us, but a lot of people don't tap into that. They usually stick to the superficial, surface level. They don't really try to dig deeper within themselves. They don't put a mirror on themselves to look themselves in the face and, say that it's me. I'm the issue or I'm the problem. That's typically the problem with a lot of folks today. They'll never put the mirror on themselves. They'll continually project onto others and make it seem as if the other people or people around them are the problem, when in actuality they are the problem. Right? Projection. Be careful of that. By integrating the dark side into your personality, you will be more complete human and will radiate authenticity and will draw people to you. Right? People do this though because they're trying to get attention of others, and they feel like people may not approve of their dark side. But yes, if you know people will not approve of your dark side, what that is telling you that you need to put it into check. Right? Typically, if someone else can't put your dark side in check, you can only do that. You got to do that shadow work. You got to look into yourself and reflect. Look up shadow work online. That's what a lot of you people need to do. You need to do your shadow work. You need to check your inner self. Because you're running around here under false pretenses, right? Repressing the true side of yourself, or the side that you typically are, but then you put on a mask when you're around others. Like, you guys can get along with new people all day, every day. You'll meet new people and you'll get along with them. But typically people in your past, you don't get along with them. Why? Because they know who you really are. And they're probably sick and tired of you. Like, somebody that tells you that every person that they dealt with in the past is messed up and they never said anything about themselves, run from them. Because that person there is in denial. This is not going to be long. It's just a little short video on repression. We got to understand, people, a lot of folks out here are repressing their true feelings. They're repressing their true ways. And they can end up deceiving you and many other people. So be careful not to be deceived by people who are repressing who they are. Take the time to get to know people. We need to stop just, jumping into bed with men and women need to stop just jumping into bed with one another after the first couple of days. You don't even get to know the person, for one. Number two, the person could be, dealing with some kind of issue that they're not even talking about. They may be unhealthy in some way, shape, or form, but you just jumping into bed with them. How do you know that that person doesn't even care about themselves to even tell you that they're dealing with some kind of issue? Right? They probably won't even tell you because they're repressing it. But then you find out later on it's too late. Now it made me think about that movie Kids, right? You know, it's just a bunch of kids just running around doing anything, having sex, doing drugs, just doing stupid things, right? And one kid, this one girl, she was drunk at the end of the movie. She was drunk, or I think she was on some pills, right? But she was diagnosed with HIV, right? But because she was in a drunken state, she couldn't really stop him or hold him off. He just, jumped on top of the girl and ran at her with no kind of protection because he wanted to just get that feeling off, right? Not knowing that he's sleeping with a girl that has AIDS. That kids movie is crazy, and I suggest everyone watch that movie because it makes you think like, you need to think before you act. And the reason why a lot of kids are not thinking before they act is because their parents have not given them any proper direction. Even their parents repress their true nature from their children, right? Or not even give them the proper directions to be able to make good and better decisions for their life. A lot of the reason why people are out here, like I said, I've said this many times over, is that the reason why a lot of people are grown up and they're all screwed up is because of the parents and guardians who did not give them the proper information. My thing is this: why wouldn't you give your children good information and proper information? Because these are going to be the leaders of the world, right? The world that we all live in. So we want them to have all the tools and knowledge and information to be able to make better decisions so that way the world could become a better place. If you're not giving your children the proper keys to life, you're a fool. I don't care who you are. You're a complete fool for not giving your children the proper keys that they need to become better people in life. You're a complete fool for not doing it. And then you think about celebrities, right? People praise celebrities so much. Oh, they want to be like this celebrity. They want to be like that celebrity. They want to be like this rapper and that rapper, right? But these people repress who they really are too. These amongst the most people on the planet who repress who they truly are. A lot of these people are sick individuals. You would never know because obviously they put on a front for the cameras. Obviously they put on a front for the public. But behind the scenes, these people are into all kinds of craziness. I bet if you do research on a lot of these celebrities, you'll find that a lot of stuff going on, and then a lot of this stuff is being exposed in the public view years later. But these people have been doing this for years, and you're finding out 20 years later like, whoa, I didn't know that about this person, or I didn't know that about this celebrity. Right? In short conclusion, we gotta be careful. Like I said, in conclusion, we got to be careful about when we're dealing with people. People are repressing who they truly are. Now, someone that's not repressing who they are, they're going to show more consistency. It's like, it's not going to be on and off, up and down. It's going to be a consistency, and you're going to be able to notice it. Typically being around somebody for 30 to 90 days, probably not consistently, but being around them quite often and within a 30 to 90 day period, you'll start to see certain patterns within their life to be able to determine if it's somebody you can deal with, or you can build with, or grow with. Because life is all about growth. If you're not growing, you're dying. So trying to repress true feelings, it doesn't get you anywhere. I mean, you may be able to put on a front for the public for a period of time, but eventually it's gonna come out. So why not, do that inner work, that shadow work, to find out who you truly are, balance out the dark side, because everybody has a dark side, but you got to be able to balance it out, right? Personally, me, I feel like I could be at peace with someone who's willing to be at peace with me. I don't I can be cool, calm, and collective every day of the week. Like there's no need for me to be, uh, you know, any kind of animosity towards anyone. I'm not dealing with anybody personally who's not willing to build with me in the first place. So that's one thing. So I'm very selective of who I deal with personally. And everybody should be too. Anyway, go ahead and cut this short. Like, comment, and subscribe. Also, hit the bell notification so you can receive future videos like this. And also, for the ones who you're repressing who you truly are, it's probably because you don't know who you really are deep down, right? So get yourself a numerology report. It's going to give you details about who you are as a person, who are the energies that you came into this world. So that way you're able to have a better understanding and pursue what best suits you versus just pursuing what somebody may chose for you or just working a job that you just don't like, right? Because everybody has a particular job or career that best suits them. So that way you can be happy. It's not about the money. It's about doing something that you enjoy doing. Something when you wake up in the morning, like, okay, I enjoy doing this. So whether I get paid a little or a lot, I still want to do this. But typically, if you master something, you'll be able to generate a lot of income from it because you've mastered it. So this is an opportunity for you to find out who you truly are. Get yourself a numerology report. My email is in the description. Okay? Thank you. Peace, YouTube.